Hi, so my dad was a spy. He worked to decode Russian messages during the Cold War. And I've always tried to ask him questions about it, but he deflects them. But today is my day to ask the real questions. Is Wyoming real?
Wyoming, yes.
What's in Area 51?
Land.
See, he deflects them. What did you do when you spied in Russia?
Well, that wouldn't be something I could talk about.
Tell me government's biggest secret. Are there aliens?
Oh,
Have you killed anybody?
no.
You took a second. Are there listening devices put by the government in our house?
I wouldn't know.
Asking a retired spy the questions we really want to know. Part 2. Are birds actually government-controlled drones?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Is our president actually an alien?
Good possibility.
Does the U.S. have any underwater bases or cities that we don't know about?
Yes.
Well, now we know. Are there any top-secret mind control experiments going on at government level?
I was never part of any.
That you know of. Asking a retired spy the questions we really want to know. Part 3. Does or can the government watch or listen to us through our electronic devices?
I don't know. I was in the service back in the 80s.
Is there anything secret in Antarctica?
Probably.
Is there any evidence of aliens that the government doesn't want us to know about?
That's outside my scope of operations.
What is Area 51 being used for?
Test area.
For what?
Things that need testing.
What's a cool spy fact about you?
The base where I was originally stationed is no longer there.
Opinions about World War III.
It's probably closer than we would like.
Asking a retired spy the questions we really want to know. Part 4. Can you confirm or deny that the government created coronavirus for population control?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
What's in the Bermuda Triangle?
Water.
What else?
Sunken aircraft.
Is everything actually a simulation?
No.
That's what one would say in a simulation. Have you ever lied to me about your spy job?
I don't believe so.
What's a question I could ask you that you wouldn't be able to answer?
You couldn't ask me about any intercept from the elephant cage.
Elephant cage? What years did you spy in Moscow?
1986, 1987.
I forgot he knew Russian. That was okay. Asking a retired spy the questions we really want to know. Part 5. What's the coolest gadget you ever used as a spy?
An R390.
Ooh. How do you become a spy?
Join the service.
Did you have a code name?
No.
Did you want one?
No.
Can I give you one?
No.
Okay, Buttercup. What's the coolest spy story you have?
That would be classified.
Okay. The shadiest thing you ever saw happen?
That would be very classified.
Oh my gosh. Someone asked if you had any training materials you recommend.
You could start with this.
Which is?
Stories for children.
Okay, so learn Russian. Step 1. Asking a retired spy the questions we really want to know. Part 7. What was one message you decoded as a spy?
I transcribed Russian Air Force radio communications.
Does the government have a bunker to hide in when the rest of the world falls apart?
Yes.
Someone asked if you liked toast.
Yes.
Are chemtrails real?
No, they are not. Contrails, however, are real. It's the water vapor from a jet engine that mixes with condensation nuclei at certain altitudes.
Why is everyone in Canada so nice? What are they hiding from us?
I haven't the faintest idea.
Any further thoughts on World War III?
It will be something that most of us do not survive.
Asking a retired spy the questions we really want to know, Part 7. How old is too old to become a spy?
You're never too old.
Oh, why did you become a spy?
It had the most education involved.
Do you think any of the common conspiracies are true?
Very few.
Have you ever had to privately convey a secret you learned?
Yes,
When?
in Moscow.
Someone wanted him to say the fitness gram pacer test thing, so here it is.
The fitness gram pacer test is a multi-stage aerobic capacity test that progressively gets more difficult as it continues.
Think the coronavirus will get better or worse in the near future?
Worse.
Asking a retired spy the questions we really want to know, Part 8. What was the hardest part of spy training?
Conjugating Russian verbs with a Texas accent.
Did you ever feel in danger while you were being a spy?
Certainly.
When?
When I was being followed by the KGB in Moscow.
Does the US have any secret underwater or nuclear bases?
Well, if you count submarines.
Somebody asked if you liked pineapple on your pizza.
Not really.
Does the government have any secret underground bases?
Most assuredly.
Where?
Cheyenne Mountain, for one.
What goes on there?
Coordination.
When do you think World War III will happen?
A lot sooner than we would like.
Asking a retired spy the questions we really want to know, Part 9. How many countries have enough nuclear power to destroy the world?
Oh, at least a dozen.
Tell us about the icebox.
The icebox was a room used for classified discussions at the embassy in Moscow.
People want you to speak Russian with your Texas accent.
Я жил в посольстве США в Москве.
Somebody asked if you like mac and cheese.
Yes, especially with hot dogs.
Which countries do you think will be involved in World War III?
The vast majority, and everyone will be affected.
Asking a retired spy the questions we really want to know, Part 10. Do foreign countries interfere with our elections?
I believe they do, and intelligence reports show that they do.
Which countries are a lot more powerful than we realize, and which ones are a lot less powerful?
I think public perception is probably inaccurate on quite a few countries, but our government knows which ones to be afraid of.
For our new viewers, what's in Area 51?
It's a test center for aircraft and other weapons.
Someone wanted to know how your day was going.
Peachy.
What's the first thing people should do when World War III breaks out?
Make sure they have plenty of cash on hand because things tend to fall apart.
Asking a retired spy the questions we really want to know, Part 11. How scared would normal civilians be if they knew what you knew?
Actually, I think they'd feel better.
What would it take for you to release classified information?
Wouldn't happen.
Did Russia interfere with the 2016 election?
Yes, and it's been proven.
Why won't Trump release his taxes?
That's pretty easy. There are plenty of things in there he doesn't want the world to know.
At what point, while being a spy, were you the most scared?
During the classified portions of my training.
How do you think World War III will begin?
Actually, I think it will begin with internal strife and civil war amongst more than one country.
Asking retired spy the questions we really want to know, part 12. Since it's Halloween, what's the one thing that scares you the most?
The number of people who believe in conspiracy theories and get their news from opinion shows and unverified sources.
As of now, which country would be the most deadly to get in a war with?
Probably China.
Do you like your martinis shaken or stirred?
Neither. I prefer a glass of Cabernet.
What are your thoughts on North Korea?
My heart goes out to the people who live there.
Tell us more about what's in Area 51.
That's the place where the YF-12A was tested, which then became the SR-71.
Any more thoughts on World War III?
Civil unrest within a country's borders invites predators from without.
Asking retired spy the questions we really want to know, part 12 and a half. So in the last video, a lot of you wanted to know more about Area 51, and my dad said not to share this, but I don't know, I kind of feel like it's my duty as like an American citizen.
Hey Maria, I was thinking about the last video that we did, and we had the house swept for bugs yesterday, so I think it might be all right to tell you a little bit more. As long as you promise not to tell anybody, don't say anything about it. But there is something in Area 51 that I think you might be interested in. There are two pretty best friends. Psych!